I gotta feed the dogs. I just fed myself, so take a bit of a break, then I'm gonna go paint.
Okay, we should be live, Paul.
Yeah, it looks like it. You just came across there. Dogs are just, yeah, we are live. Look at that. And feed the dogs are just, hey, holy mackerel. He's just getting really good at this.
Corey's good. Yeah, he is.
Hey, hey, Car. I'm in the 450. Yeah, so I've been sucking dust all afternoon doing drywall, sanding drywall.
AZ.
And there's Mr. AZ and Mr. Chuck comes in there on a fast third. What do you want? You want me to feed you or something? I think Bader's hungry. Right here.
Yes, Laura too. Laura goes boo.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody.
Right, I ain't more white than what I am. I know, look at that. I freaking drywall. Huh? Look at the drywall dust.
Chuck just finished a video premiere.
Oh. Yeah, I'm looking. I still got covered in dust. But anyways, I'll have a good shower tonight. After I get done, I gotta do paint here right shortly. So, but I'm gonna take a break before I go and do that. Ooh, Sacrificial Mini 3 Pro has arrived. Guess he didn't want the new one, the new Air 3, whatever. Oh, a new official stunt drone. Okay. See, Corey, what do you have to say?
Basement smells like burnt electronics.
He was rebuilding that PV drone, was testing it, spin the motors up, and boom, the ESC and the FC caught fire. Good thing the battery got desoldered.
Wow.
Quick, pick it up with tongs, run it outside, put it on the front lawn.
Well, that'll give you a story to tell.
Oh, yeah. She crashed and burned without even taking off. Hey.
That reminds me of the guy that was charging batteries and it caught fire and he threw it outside. I can't remember who that was. Paul, do you?
Oh, I can't remember.
He threw it out in the driveway and it melted where the spot in the driveway. I can't remember who that was. That's when they all started talking about be careful when you're charging your LiPo batteries.
Yeah. Didn't somebody have it in the house and the carpet caught fire or something? They had to replace a little section of carpet.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Oh, that was what's his face, wasn't it? Russ, or what's it from Ottawa?
My memory isn't what it used to be, Paul.
Captain Drone. There was somebody. I think it was Captain Drone. Yeah, I think he was charging FPVs or something, or doing something, and it caught fire. Something caught fire on the carpet, but he happened to be home. But anyway, they had to replace a little section of carpet or something. Where is it? Right here. Yeah, it looked like it got a little hot there, Paul. Hey?
Yeah.
Look at that. Ooh, she got a little warm.
Whoops.
That one's not going to fly for a day or two.
No.
And Mr.
Hey, there's Dominic Chin's here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Corey, Chuck Kovacian.
Laura Lama.
Laura Lama said boo.
Oh, so that's going to be your new sticker there then, Bill, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a picture of the Great Wall of China. Oh,
I think we've got everything.
Corey said he had a bad fire from the LiPo battery in 2018. $50,000.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Corey.
I never heard about that one.
So
You know-
it must have had a lipo on charge
Yeah.
and wasn't home or walked away or
Look at that. They didn't clean that plate very good. Like, what the hell?
Oh,
I'm going to have to put that in the dishwasher. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, right back. I can go pizza now.
okay.
so Dominic, what's new?
Just pretty much got out of bed, got my breakfast ready to go for the day. I got football today, so let's see how that goes.
Oh, football day today.
Yep. Okay. Oh, Laura, is that all videos or just the last one you put up?
I'm just fixing up Mia's pills for the week.
No, you're right. I'm gonna find myself a charger on my phone. Okay, I'll go and have a look. Okay.
Okay, Mia, I think I got you set for the week.
Oh, great.
She's got her little pill container full of pills.
Mm,
She gets them morning and night. Well, morning and afternoon or evening or
twice a day, you're saying?
yep. Yes, she does. There we go. Pill container's done
Right.
for another week.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Forgot to put these pills back with the other ones.
Mhm.
Can't take me anywhere, you know?
Mm. Mm.
Okay. And I put it, here's the pill cutter. I didn't put it back. I
No.
tell you what. I'm getting so bad at everything.
Mm.
She got one pill that has to be cut in half
Oh, okay.
because she gets a half in the morning and a half in the evening.
Okay.
Half and half, right, me? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You gotta go out? Is that what you want? I don't think that's what you want. You're just giving me grief. I'm gonna pop the door for her, Dominic.
Mhm. Okay.
Go ahead.
2 empty chairs.
Yeah,
No,
man,
that's
I'm
good.
in bad shape. I gotta go to the grocery store. I got no food left.
Oh, no.
I got no ice cream for dessert or nothing here. I got a lot of elderberry pies. They eat all that. So. Yeah. Take this, put it back on again. There we go. Nice and clean.
Okay. And we're back.
Yeah, I just give up the dog the last of the wet dog food. So
Mm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Ooh,
So what time is the football start over there?
Basically 6 hours time,
Okay.
but it takes me ages to get ready and, oh,
there's the damage he had in his house, eh?
Wow.
thousands.
That was, yeah, from when he had that lipo fire. That's
Wowzers.
nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good.
Oh, you can get that fire resistant drywall too, eh? But little,
Yeah, but still it burned his carpeting and everything else, you know?
Yeah, you've got to clean up.
yeah, most of the smoke damage, imagine a lot of it. I put that other stuff in the wall too, the insulation called Roxol.
Uh-huh.
That stuff there, you can put a torch to it, it won't burn. But if you take regular insulation, put a torch to it, it'll all melt. This Roxol, no way, doesn't burn. You take a torch right to it.
They found smoke damage throughout the whole house, even in the kids' bedrooms.
Black soot on top of the floor in the kids' dresser. Wow.
Excuse me. Hey, Tim.
Wow.
Mm.
I didn't do it.
Let's see, what is our, I'm looking at getting the Mini 2 SE. Mini 2, I didn't know they had a Mini SE, so they must have had a Mini SE and a Mini 2 SE?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay.
What's her name? Filipino later. That she'd have a mini SE or whatever.
Mm. Oh, there's a few improvements.
Well, I don't think it's all that much different. It might be just a little bit different. The Mini 2 SE, different camera, is it? Do you think? Or
Yeah, yeah. I think the main improvements are stability,
well, it's using
upgraded motors.
it's using upgraded OcuSync, right?
Yeah, and upgraded motors, I believe. The only thing I think difference is it's 2.7 instead of 4 from the 2 down to the SE. Hmm.
Yeah, you'll be happy with the Mini 2 SE. You won't notice a whole lot of difference in it. I wouldn't say, would you, Dominic? From the Mini SE?
I've not flown the SE, so I can't really tell.
Yeah.
But going by what?
I would say it'd be more stable. It'd probably have stronger motors and.
Yeah, I think it's more stable, stronger motors. Yeah, which means more stability. And I think it's better connection. And I think it actually has the newer controller, the RCN1 rather than the old style.
Chin's selling it his Skydio.
Mm.
$1,500 Canadian. Got no interest in at all in a Skydio.
Boy, Vader looks so different.
Oh yeah, he's got his little scarf on, little
Yeah.
Yeah.
makes him look a little thinner, not quite so much hair on him.
Yeah. Rocking the scarf there. Looks very handsome.
What are you doing, you little kid? Come here. Come on. You can do it. I'll get you. Come on, there you go. You're my little bugger. Come on. Who's this? Over here. What's this? Up here. Up there. Excuse me. It's up on my freaking table here with the computer.
No, why not?
Yeah, look at it right here. Yeah,
He invited himself.
Yeah.
He wanted to get on. He wanted to get on and say.
Well, he wants Daddy to cuddle him like Daddy cuddles his sister.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Corey.
Oh, look at him. Look at him.
Oh yeah, he's a cute little bugger.
All freshly made up. And
Yeah, he's got his little scarf, but
now when he goes and gets a haircut and comes back, does Gracie notice anything different?
oh, she smells him over and checks him over
Hey,
and
Lynn.
usually won't leave him alone. There's Lynn. Hey,
Yeah.
Peter. Yeah, but
After his fresh haircut.
yep, just got a haircut yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
How you doing, Lynn? Hope you're feeling a little better today, or maybe.
Yeah, yeah. How's the weather treating you today, Lynn?
It's still warm. I've had 2 air conditioners going here all day today, but
Well, it's been windy here.
see, the problem is this air conditioner, most of the air goes downstairs, goes down the stairway, right? But I got the one bedroom going because I was in there I want to paint here in a little while. So.
Good evening, Justin.
Get all the priming done, then figure out what color. I got some clay. I don't know. Do the inside clay. But I'm gonna have to repaint the whole bedroom because I put a wall in, and this wall here, and where the drywall mud was on both sides, it's gonna have to be all painted.
Testing 1, 2. There we go.
Yep, we're gonna hear you.
Oh,
Alright.
can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. I was supposed to call Executive Link today about doing that fucking modem thing and all that. I'm so sick and almost tired of fighting them,
Mm.
What's up, Corey, David, Chuck,
Hey, Justin.
Laura?
Sound a little tired, buddy.
I actually took a nap and just got up. Kind of a late one.
Yeah, you guys were on last night. Then you did a private afterwards, right?
No, I went to bed.
Oh,
Hey, there's Tim Jackson's in the house.
what's
Sup?
Fly Sky?
Yeah.
Tim Jackson, Testies 1, 2.
Uh,
Sub Skyfly, Tim, Lynn.
Oh, okay. Now, Twisted
got-
Metal's not a
Right back.
service that I have.
Yeah, I liked it, Tim. I'm hoping they do a second season of it.
Mm.
Yeah, it was really good. Especially Sweet Tooth, the clown. Oh, what'd you think of him, Tim?
Hey, Jody.
Daddy.
What's up, Jody? Yeah, I am. I just woke up from a nap. So I'm still waking up.
I've been sanding drywall all afternoon. Hopefully, here in another hour, we're gonna go do some painting.
That's all right.
Maybe about 6 o'clock. I'll get off and open up a can of paint, go to work.
Thought you were all done with the house.
Oh, I put a closet in my bedroom now. I had to put a wall up. Okay, got it done. Now I'm in the dining room downstairs because I had a bit of a water leak up in the ceiling that come from a dormer I had. That was fixed about 9 months ago, but then the seam stuff was bad. But where I had to do stuff, it got into the sidewalls and it's all plaster, so there was wallpaper on it, so it came off.
Curtis,
Now I'm skin coating everything. Just fun never stops. I'll be at it for another month anyways.
Hold on, that boat has 2 motors, Curtis?
Nice.
Houston, we are clear for launch. So the main motor not working. Second kicker will get us where we want to be tomorrow.
Mm.
Well, it's good. At least you can get out then, right?
Mm.
So you racing tomorrow there, Corey? You usually a race on Sundays, I think. No. Thank you. Moderate. No.
It has 3.
Oh, well, 3 motors. The main motor, the kicker, and then you put electric one on too.
That's a trolley motor?
Yeah.
Is that what they call them? Yeah, but those aren't good for like currents or anything, right?
No, they're not much good for current. It's okay for maybe holding yourself in position, maybe. Yeah.
When you're trying to sneak up on somebody.
It's nice to have that secondary one to get you back to the shore. Main one can't go.
Trolling motor. The trolley or trolling?
Oh,
So Curtis, is the motor inside built inside the hull, or is it,
oh, they all hang on the outside, the rope boards. All
Mm.
oh yeah, I couldn't remember if it was one of the ones that hangs outside. So there's 2 of them that hang over the back. Okay.
usually you put the trolling motor on the front.
You got oars as the last resort. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, some guy standing at the bow with a whip going, more, more.
That definitely will motivate you to get your ass in gear though.
Mm.
Ooh, ping is 95 this time. Don't even reckon it. Well,
I saw one the other day on YouTube. It was a YouTube short. They were racing another boat. They had 4 freaking motors on the back of this thing, hanging off the bass end.
yeah.
Man, that freaking boat was fast.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess that's really good redundancy, right? You got 4 motors. If 3 of them break, you could still get where you got to go with one. You might not be moving as quick as you want, but still definitely get to where you need to get to.
Mm.
It's a good redundancy system, I guess. Yeah, I saw the pictures, Curtis, of you when you redid the paint job and all that, or
Mhm.
cleaned it up and everything. It didn't look too bad.
Yeah.
These two here are wrestling now. It's freaking doing. Guess they feel better not to be.
Hi again, Laura.
Hi again.
Again, yeah.
You know how many boats I've seen in people's yards though that they bought like 10 years ago and they're like, I was gonna fix it up.
Yeah.
And they never do. They just buy it and it just sits there. DSV Rockfish. That's what he
Yeah.
named the boat.
Sounds great. Awesome name.
Bunch of people were given names last night at Matt's chat. Diving support vessel.
Yep.
Yeah, probably more professional if you show up to like help somebody find a dead loved one. It doesn't say she's really wet on the side of the boat.
Yeah.
But you know, like Curtis, though, he's got another motor in his pocket, eh? In case he ever has problem on the water. He called a friend that works for the Coast Guard.
We need to make more shorts, running out of ideas.
Just steal other people's ideas.
I mean, basically, she's already just doing stuff that's trending anyway.
Mm.
Just go do what other people are doing. There's a lot of people on the internet that put out content and videos that's what they do because they really can't come up with stuff on their own
Yeah.
because it's not easy. It's hard.
Yeah, there's a lot of low effort posts, but some of these low effort posts do get a lot of views.
It's hard to come up with original content. It's not as easy as people think.
Here's what broke on my Black & Decker grass hog. This cover broke out of here, and that's what holds the spool in.
Okay.
I don't know if I can get that part or not. Black &
Yes.
Decker grass hog.
If it's a really
Curtis.
popular weed whacker, they'll have replacement heads for it. Grasshopper, what is it called?
It's called a grass hog by Black & Decker.
Fucking caps lock.
Oh no.
So I went on what do you call it? Midjourney, trying to come up with a logos idea for a rockfish thing.
There you go, Paul.
Oh wait, Justin Sharon.
I was just showing Paul. There you go.
They
You get
have them.
three- Yeah, you get 3 replacement heads and all that spool for $15.
Where's that?
Get a free set of steak knives though.
At Amazon.
Amazon.
Just put in the name of the weed eater you just said to me. That's all I put in. As a first
Okay.
Yeah, whippersnapper.
Grass hog.
Grass Hog by Black and Decker. That's it. That's the first thing that pops up.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but
Curtis, go ahead.
It comes to those, that clip though, eh? It looked like you had 3 of them. Okay, there's a nice looking fish.
That's
Yeah,
a rock. That's the artist, my artist rendering of a rockfish.
There you go.
nice.
Aggressive little
Yeah.
dudes.
Wait till I was down in the water and seen that, I'd be out of there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was thinking about making it black and white and make a logo around it or something.
Mm.
Yeah, why not?
That's what an actual rockfish looks like, though.
Yeah, that's boring. Go back to the other
Yeah.
one. There you go.
That's,
And
I
then
think
you
that's
just,
my favorite one right there.
That looks like a
Yeah.
fish and a T-Rex had sex, and that's what I came up
Yeah, exactly.
with.
Or a velociraptor or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an actual rockfish. They do have
The
teeth.
original. And then you've just added.
Just some ideas.
Nice. Come out really.
Then I
That
can make
one, yeah.
stickers and hand them out to everybody, put our logo across here or something. We haven't even figured out what to call our little team.
I like that one.
That one right there.
That one's badass, yeah.
You like
You
that?
go-
You like both the guys I know, they had caught in the foreskins.
Now, do you have a cricket machine or no? Curtis?
A cricket machine?
Yeah, for cutting out vinyl.
Oh, no.
As I say, because you can, if not, you could design that and take it to a company and have them print you a really good high grade vinyl of it.
Lance.
Jim says that picture reminds me of my ex-wife hitting Amy.
Mhm.
No, Lance, I didn't go today. We're going tomorrow. It's always been the plan to go tomorrow. We just got the boat back, and Jim, who's going to be piloting the boat, took it out because that's what Jim does, and found out the motor's still not working. We got a problem with the fuel line,
Mm.
so we're not sure exactly what's going on. But we have the main motor, the kicker motor, and we also put in a electric trolling motor on there. So we'll be able to get to where we want to go. That part's not a problem.
Now, that second motor that is running, is it the same size as the main motor?
No, it's just a little kicker motor just for extra.
Okay. I thought you had like double of the same motor like some boats have.
No.
Okay. That's what I said. I saw one the other day that had 4 individual motors, but they were all the same size motors. And that boat was hauling ass, man. He was racing another boat.
So I found another guy up here in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know who he is. I was just looking around on the internet, and he's more about talking about boats and stuff like that, which is how I found him. But I went and looked to see what all was on his channel, and he took a Chasing M2 underwater drone, which is the competitor to Five Fish, and he put a fishing line on it, and he went down fishing for lingcod and rockfish. Let me share that with you guys, and you can check. I'll turn the audio off.
Yeah, I saw that, Tim, about Matt Short. He sends me an update every couple days on it. And
Yeah.
So this is the Chasing M2. I don't like it because of the open design. It's real easy to get stuff caught in there.
Mm.
But yeah, he put a little fishing pole on there.
Here, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna close the chat and completely ignore it. There we go.
Yeah, definitely. We're not reading the chat anymore.
I'm serious. I closed the chat. I can't see it now. So
So
y'all
there's
are on your
seaweed,
own to keep an eye on it.
there's seaweed down there. There's that lingcod.
Mm.
That's pretty scary looking. Let me get over here to all these rockfish. So here's all these rockfish around here. He's trying out a lighted bait, and they're not going for it.
Mm.
Look at them all.
They're up to his tricks.
Well, he comes back later. He decides he needs a. So he decided the fishing pole wasn't long enough, so he cuts another one. So it's like a 3 foot in front of him. And he puts a white bait in there, and they don't even do. Let me fast forward. They don't even want it. But then he comes back and he puts a pink one in there. Let me back up. Yeah, so he puts a pink one on. Yeah, he was having problems piloting this thing. He hasn't used it very much. So these are rockfish. He took the hook off. So this will answer your question. It's very possible to go fishing with these things.
I'm surprised they haven't tried to make that illegal yet, fishing game.
Well, I don't think they know about it yet.
Mm. Yeah, someone will
Like a drone, you can't use it for hunting.
Yeah.
Well, the drone. So this is not giving you any particular advantage. I mean, you can't work the bait. You know, most of the fish in the Pacific Northwest, they don't like something that's just kind of hovering. They'd rather it be moving, and then they want to. That's why these are kind of not really doing anything. But one of the things I thought was pretty cool was when there's some shad. When he was, let me go find this again. Yeah, he was down in the kelp beds. They're starting to blossom. See the buds there?
Mm.
I thought it'd be kind of cool to kind of go down and check out what's down there as well. But yeah, he's up here in the Pacific Northwest. This guy is. All right. That's
I
enough.
mean, would it be any worse than using a fish finder? I mean, people use those all the time.
I don't, I personally, I don't see an disadvantage here for, I get it. What a drone would do would let you know where they are. So, that kind of knocks out part of it. I can't read what Tim is saying because the damn heart is in the way.
Not that again.
Let me just type a letter and that'll pop it up. Wouldn't you want to see if the ROV would handle bringing in a fish in now? That would be a video. It would.
Yeah, you use those big paddle clamps that you got.
Mm.
But I mean, it would.
Just clamp onto the fish.
The thing is, would they clamp on fast enough to grab it though? Because them fish are quick.
Right. There's no real way to set the hook. That would be the challenge, is setting the hook. I mean, if they swallowed it enough, if you use live bait, they'll probably swallow the whole thing, and then you'd have them. But
Yeah, Curtis is lucky to get like a 400-pound tuna that just take his fucking ROV away.
Yeah.
That thing ain't pulling that fish in.
well, okay.
Yeah.
We're stuck now. It's a pretty heavy duty tether though. It's Kevlar, so I think it'd be all right. QIC released a video of two guys holding the ends of a tether doing a tug of war, and they couldn't break it. But that's also brought up under tension. It's not jerked to it, when it's not jerked tight. They brought it up under tension, and they both leaned back at the same time, and so it's not a true test of how strong it is. I mean, you gotta beat that initial yank.
Mm.
I mean, all you really need to do is get, if you really wanted to test the strength of it, you get one of those chain hoists that has the meters on it.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it will record how much pressure right when it breaks.
And then you got to spend $500 and buy another tether.
No, I'm saying if that's how if they really wanted to get a true test on it, which I'm sure they probably already do that though, because they do give you a strength rating on it, don't they?
Yeah. I don't know what it is off the top of my hat, but yeah. Well, let me look. See, no.
I was just gonna say, have a look.
Man, that fan is loud. Can you guys hear that? Okay,
I don't hear
good.
nothing.
No.
Well, I'm charging everything up today. We're not going to be live. I can tell you that. We got too much going on too much experimenting. I don't know whether this dual anchor system is going to tip the boat over or what. We're going to have to counteract movement. I know traditionally you just drop the anchor off one end of the boat and you put yourself upstream, but we have the tide's going to go two different directions, so we don't want it to move us at all. So once we get to our location, we want to drop an anchor off the front and the back, and hopefully that holds us in our position where we want to be. Drop one anchor, go back, drop a second anchor, and then pull them both tight and see how that works. We don't know if it's going to work. We'll see. I was hoping little Llama Laura would tell me whether it will work or not, but she's probably not going to answer me.
Mm.
Oy vey.
Yep.
Should I do some sort of narration? Should I take the microphones and record our audio as we're down on this thing? Would that be interesting to you guys, or should I just put music to it?
I think a narration would be a bit of an extra story.
I mean, I was thinking about doing an intro to it when we're on the way there. Grab the GoPro and, hey, I'm Curtis. Bullshit. This is what we're doing today. But when we're actually down diving,
Yeah, tell a story.
Mary had a little lamb. She dressed the lamb in black leather with bondage gear. I'm sorry, not that kind of story. I see what you're saying. A story about what we're doing, kind of thing.
Yeah. It just gives an extra level to it, just to hook people in.
I don't think I'm that interesting, to be honest with you. Jim doesn't talk at all.
Okay.
And Mark, my other partner, he doesn't like to be on camera and he doesn't like talking. In the past, I've put a mic on him because he talks just a little bit more than Jim does. But once you get Jim going, though, that's a different story.
Mm.
Curtis, what did you, and I can't see because there's a heart in the way, about
what did
me.
you say about me, heard my name, and wasn't at my computer?
Well, I said what a wonderful person you are, which you are.
Mm.
Well, no, what did I say? I said,
You were asking her opinion about the
the anchor system. So Laura, we're thinking about using two anchors to anchor ourselves. And I said, if anybody would know the answer, if this would work or not, would be Laura.
Mm.
So I was wondering if Laura knew.
Yeah.
It was kind of a joke. It was a stupid joke, Laura. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was being facetious.
Mm-hmm. Can't do that these days.
Is that not allowed on YouTube also?
No, well, everything's not allowed these days.
Only not allowed if you let it not be allowed. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Guys on my music channel are getting upset with me because I'm not posting more music. They're like putting comments in there. Are you going to put any more music up? What's going on? And I'm like, hey, dude, it's summer. I'm out playing. Wait, I've only got 3 months before the rain comes back.
Mm.
Lance said traffic was bad all the way to Seattle, huh?
Well, you can update people, Curtis, through your community tab on there, so they at least know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I've got 2 videos that are in the works, and I was going to work on them this weekend, but I just haven't felt motivated.
Mm.
And I get no responses on I've done some community tab stuff where I've, talked about things, but nobody ever comments, likes, or whatever. I think YouTube is just kind of using my channel to make money at this point.
Yeah.
Because it's like every day they give me one new subscriber. It's like, really?
Good point,
Really?
Laura.
One? But I got this massive amount of views. Are you kidding?
Mm.
Massive amount of watch hours. And they put their advertising on there. I don't get anything. Have you guys seen the latest where you can click on the different like 720p or 1080p, and then there's a 1080p or 4K enhanced bit rate if you become
You have to be
Yeah,
a member.
subscriber.
yeah, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, you have to pay for YouTube Premium in order to get it.
Mm.
Yeah, screw that. Watch.
Well, if you're somebody that's doing like, I guess if you really just don't like the ads, because using the ad blockers on YouTube, now Google's starting to,
Yeah.
some of the ad blockers now, when you go to use them, Google will recognize that you have it turned on and you can't even go to YouTube without it turned off.
Mm.
It'll actually won't let YouTube come up unless you turn it off.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because they're tired of people using ad blockers, not having to see the ads and not paying for their premium version.
Mm.
I mean, if you were doing like,
I wouldn't think that would really matter. To be honest with you.
yeah, because it's ad revenue they're losing. That's why.
Are they losing
Yeah.
it because the ad is there? It just skips it.
Yeah, they
So-
still lose the revenue for it though. Well, that's if they're being honest with their ad people too,
Yeah,
Mm.
which,
I don't
I
think they
mean-
are.
No.
but they did, there was a story a couple months ago about Google was cracking down on the ad blockers. And now they're starting to put 30 in, in the last couple days, I've had 2 or 3 different times where they put 2 30-second ads back to back, non-skippable.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Usually it's like a 5-second ad and then it'll
Yeah.
be a 15-second you can skip after 5 seconds.
Mm.
Or it will be 2 2 5-second ads back to back that you can't
Yeah.
skip. But yeah, 2 30-second ads, I've seen that twice already in the past 3 or 4 days, and I'm just like, Jesus, they're getting even longer with the ads now. That means you literally have to sit there for a whole minute watching ads. I mean,
Sooner or later, they'll have a 30-minute unskippable ad.
Yeah.
you know, they were testing that on the YouTube TV. If you were somebody that was watching YouTube on the TVs,
Yeah.
they were testing it out a few months ago where they were putting 3-minute ad segments in the middle of the videos.
Yeah.
See if people would stick around for it. But I don't know what the outcome of that test was. They never did say so. Because they figured if people were watching it on TV, they would treat it as a commercial break, kind of like.
Yeah, well, it gives you a chance to go to the toilet at least.
But
Yeah.
they were seeing if people were going to if it was that got positive feedback or not. And the way they'd be able to tell that is if you clicked off the video and left and went somewhere else, or there's different metrics they can get from that to tell whether people sat around and watched it or not.
So I ordered the part.
Oh, great.
Okay, which one did you get?
No, I got
All pack?
the 4 caps for $9.53 delivered.
Oh, great.
Doesn't it come with a bunch of string too?
I've got all kinds of string out there,
Yeah, okay.
so I didn't want
Well,
to.
it might be common for those caps to break really easily because they're selling 3 and 2 and 4
Multiples, yeah.
packs.
Yep.
Yeah.
I even saw an 8-pack on there, so they must be breaking quite frequently for them to be
Mm.
selling them.
Well, what happens is to feed out the line, you give it a slap down on the ground as it's spinning.
Right.
And so what happens is that every time you do that, it wears the plastic because they're made out of plastic. They're not made out of metal.
Yeah, because they're probably so cheap in those bundle packs that people are probably replacing them every time they put a new spool on.
Yeah.
They probably throw a whole new cap on there as well.
Well, it also would help me because as you guys know, I don't know which way to put it on or take it off or whatever. But there's what I ordered.
Yeah, and look how thin and cheap those look.
54 cents, huh?
I mean, look how thin and cheap those look too.
Yep.
I mean, those look super thin. Yeah, there doesn't look like there's very much to that at all.
And so what happened is they wore around the edge like this. That's why it came apart like this. You know.
Yeah.
Having a cup of tea in Tim Hortons cup.
Well,
Isn't that-
She said, don't tell Paul.
anybody that's out there, if you need to find a part or something, you get a hold of Justin. He's the original part finder.
I think Laura's cheating. Have
mounted.
tea in a Tim Hortons cup.
Oh Lord, what do you got there?
GoPro's mounted.
Okay, that's the one you're taking tomorrow, right?
That's one of them. It's all charged up and ready to go.
Well, you're gonna like the new one when you order it because you can swap out batteries, right?
Yeah. Larger capacity battery. So it says 2 hours dive time. Well, it says 3 hours dive time with no lights, 2 hours dive time with the lights. So if I get 4, and it takes 2 batteries. So if I get 4 batteries, 4 hours of dive time.
Wow.
So we'll put that one in the water, and then both of these will go for an hour, and with the lights on, about an hour, 15 minutes.
And the killer is the charge time. What's the charge time on that? You got to take it out of the water and charge it, right?
The new one?
No, the ones you have.
Yeah, the ones I have, it's about, so the Five Fish V6S will charge up in about an hour and 20 minutes. The white one, the new one, has a smaller charger. It takes 2 hours to charge.
So that puts you out of commission all the time that they're charging, where you could just swap batteries, right?
Right. The only downside I see to this, and I'm not sure it's going to be a downside, is I don't know how big the SD card is that's inside the ROV, but it's a swappable SD. So when I first get it, the only time I will ever open that up will be then, and I will put in a like a 256 gigabyte card, micro SD card in there.
Did you see Drone Shots? Jody says, Curtis, do you want to rent it out?
No.
But Jody, if you wanted to buy one, Curtis would give you all the inside knowledge.
I'm more than happy to help anybody out. I've got all the inside tricks they don't tell you about, and all the little things you never thought about.
And the other thing too is the new one that you're going to get is going to handle much more current, right?
Much bigger motors, mucho bigger motors. Yeah, that thing, I've watched a couple videos on it now, and that thing books in the water. So that would enable me to do some of the rivers around here, like the Puyallup River and the Deschutes River.
Well, the question I have is, do they have available the floating buoy that transmits back to you so that you don't have to worry about the tether, or no?
I don't like that idea, because if you become hung up on something, how are you going to get it back?
Well, now that you got a boat.
Well, that's true. And with the boat, the idea behind the boat is that we're not going to be putting out so much tether now.
Right.
We're going to go find what we want, where we want to dive, and we're just going to dive down on it.
Well, I would imagine a kayak would be nice too for retrieving something like that that's tangled, right?
Yeah, we've got a single man pontoon. It's one of those pontoon kayaks, like for fishermen they use, and we took that out. If you watch my latest video, you kind of get a view of it from underwater. I found a fishing pole, and Jim was in it trying to operate an ROV from it, seeing how well he could do. He had one of the other ones, one of the cheaper ones, and I come up right through the middle of it and hand him the fishing pole, so you can kind of get a view of that.
Military helicopter went down in Australia.
Yep, I heard about that.
Oh, Canberra,
Yeah, 4 air crewmen are missing.
Canberra.
Canberra.
No, just Canberra. Canberra is how you would pronounce it properly. It's the capital of Australia.
Wow.
So they got US, Canadian, and Australian personnel
Yeah,
underway to find the crew. Yeah, they were doing a military exercise. 30,000
yeah.
military personnel involved in 13 nations.
It's Sunday over there already, so that's already been 2 days. The whole
Mm.
Well,
When did
hopefully
it go
they find
down?
them.
It says 11 p.m. up a little bit. It says it went down 11 p.m.
on Friday.
Friday. Okay.
Mm.
That's the second one this year too. They said
Friday
one
morning
pitched
for you.
into the sea.
Yeah,
Yeah, they might want to ground the particular model helicopter and figure out what the
Yeah.
hell's causing that.
that's what
Or
I was
at least put them all in for serious inspection, you know?
thinking.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, guys, I'm going to take off. I got some work to do. I just got to touch a couple of places. I got to do some painting tonight. Oh, then I'm going to try and get my bedroom back together so I can sleep on my bed tonight. So, like
Well,
I
yeah, your new partner wants to make sure you got her side ready, right?
Yeah, got to make sure you can get her side of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I have to crawl over top of me.
Well, you're kind of used to that. Doesn't Vader and Gracie do that now?
Oh, yeah, they do it. Anyways, guys, we'll see you in the morning.
Okay, Paul.
See you guys.
No worries.
Well, it looks like Gitchy's loading up on rice.
Oh, is she?
Right.
Yeah, I guess it was on the news in her area.
Did you hear what Justin reported, Curtis?
No, huh?
India is 40. They run 40% of the world's rice export, and they ban the export of rice to all nations because might have a shortage.
So they're going to keep it all to
rice.
themselves.
So now it's jacking the prices up, and everybody's rushing to the stores buying rice.
I'm not a big rice fan. They can keep it.
Well, the only reason I use rice is Mia has to be on that special diet of rice and chicken. So
Oh.
I have to cook the rice.
Well, and granted, they're only importing one type of rice, but being 40% of the market, that's going to create a big gap. And
Yeah, there's different types of rice, right?
right, but it's going to trickle down to the other types because now people are going to have to switch to other rices, and then that's going to be more buying of those particular rices, and those manufacturers might not be able to keep up with it.
Well, between that and grain, we're all going to starve.
Yeah,
And and if those activists get their way, there won't be any cattle producing milk or anything, too.
Speaking of SD cards, I got a new one.
Good.
Yeah, that's really exciting stuff. I know. Kurt.
What size did you get?
256. It's going to go on the GoPro,
Okay.
or one of them. I got 3 of them. This will go in the one that's going to be on the land, because I've been doing some time lapse stuff as well.
Oh, okay. Dominic, it's been a while since you've been flying, isn't it?
no, it was Wednesday. Recently.
Okay.
Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday, yeah. It's been pretty windy though.
So, Justin, what are you planning for your Saturday Night Live show?
I'm not sure yet.
That's at 8 o'clock Eastern time, right?
Yeah. So a little while.
Boy, that guy sure made a nice intro for you.
Yeah.
I
That's
haven't
the
used it.
highlight.
Oh, that's the highlight. Thanks, Dominic.
It'd be better if it had the original music though.
Mark White, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. And USA Drone Flyer, Captain Joe.
Joe, Mark,
So drone shots, what kind of money you want to spend on this thing?
Do you ever come across used ones out there for sale, Curtis?
Yeah, there's that's what I was saying. There's several of them in the official it's called the official Five Fish group on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. So like the yellow one is no longer made, so the prices are dropping down on it because everybody wants the new one.
Okay.
You can get those anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200. So yeah, if you were wanting to get in on something at a pretty decent price, I mean, it's got the claw and everything, so you'd be able to do all the stuff I'm doing. They don't make it anymore, which is kind of silly, but that's the way things
Well,
go.
yeah, because if you get one and you want to learn it, you want to have a claw so you can pick something up, right?
Right. That's the mistake that everybody makes. They go, oh, I don't think it's going to work. I don't want to spend the extra money on the claw, and then they go buy it, and next thing you know, they wish they had the claw.
All right.
Jody says, don't know. I don't know how much he wants to spend, or if it. Jody's up near the water, up in Michigan.
With all the rules and all the crap that's going on with the FAA, it's time for a new hobby. You need to bite the bullet and jump in, Jody.
Yeah, especially since there's just more and more stories come out of people doing stupid shit with these things. Because there was a guy already that got arrested 2 weeks ago for literally peeping on minors with his drone through the windows. I watched the body cam footage. The guy got arrested just for doing that. And then there was that jackass in California that got in trouble for getting too close to two different, like a little mini helicopter that two people sit in. I can't remember what the actual term for it was. And then he almost hit a Coast Guard, got too close to a Coast Guard helicopter. And there was one other thing. Was it a plane or something? He did 3 different things though in the matter of a few weeks. And they finally caught him. So
Probably was an unlicensed drone too.
I just renewed my license. Now you have to list the drones that you have. It used to be you registered yourself.
Yeah.
Now you have to list your drones.
Each one of the drones. Yep.
Yeah.
And you have to provide the serial number for each one, right?
Yes.
Yep.
That's how you register each one. Yes.
Yep.
And you have to list whether it is remote ID compatible or not, or ready, I should say. So on SD cards, the A2 is the better one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. A1 is not so good.
Well, it works, but it's not the quality.
Slow.
Yeah.
Okay, that goes in there. One GoPro charged and ready.
Good to hear.
Yeah, I'm going to use this to get some narrative stuff. Hey, we're here, blank, blank, blank. And then I probably won't use it because I think I'm boring.
I'll be back.
Okay. Dominic promises to return.
Got my extra 15 pounds yesterday. Oh, of rice, yeah. Yeah, Joe, if you're somebody who eats it a lot, it's worth going out and getting now. Somebody like me and Curtis who don't really give a crap about rice. I rarely eat anything that is made with rice.
I can't think of, I mean, my wife will make stuff where it's a component like an Oriental dish or something like that.
Right.
But I usually don't even eat that. It's like, just scoot it to the side of the plate, you know? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying. That's what I do.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of rice. I mean, I'll eat it, but
You know, one of the bad things about getting old and your eyesight going is when you're trying to read this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they want to print a million things on that little SD card. It's like you can't read anything. They ought to just put it in big letters. This is good. This sucks. Whatever.
Here you go, Curtis. This is just for you.
Remote shark. You know, I thought about getting one of those and putting it in the water and just follow it around.
Yeah.
$100 though.
yeah, you don't know how good it is.
It's the last one.
There were some of those on Alibaba and that Tin Shoe place, whatever that is.
And that's true, Trevor, but the amount of crap that actually has happened with drones to their response to it is way off proportion. Like the government has overreacted from a couple small incidents. But like I said, in the last couple of weeks, there's been 2 really concerning ones. So that definitely ain't helping your guys' case, that's for sure.
Yeah, I can't find anything on eBay for an ROV. Too specialized.
That's kind of pissed me off when the cops arrested that one guy for spying on the kids with his drone. And then he asked the cops, well, can you just wait till you put cuffs on me out at the car? I don't want my neighbors to see. I'd been like, oh, hell no. But the cops did it anyway. I was like, if I was that cop, I'd been like, nope. I'd have arrested him right there at his door.
They walked him out to the car, huh?
Yeah. Put him behind the door and then put the cuffs on him. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
I'm not giving a suspected child molester the freaking dignity.
All right.
Yeah, Trevor, Dominic excused himself for just a few minutes. He'll be back.
Speaking of which, I'm going to go plug some stuff in and change some charges over. Right back.
Okay,
All right.
so you're just stuck with looking at me because everybody else has got their cameras off.
Well, I'm eating my dinner,
Dominic is
so
back.
Just back.
Trevor,
No,
Trevor
I'm
said to
fine.
say. Trevor said to say hello.
I was on the phone. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head out in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Start getting ready.
Oh, it's so hot. Joe was out and he flew 2 hours of flight time. He
Mm.
said, so hot. I bet those batteries were smoking when you got back, weren't they?
Most certainly.
Since he got home, he's been drinking 2 quarts of water. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got to stay hydrated for sure. Otherwise, you'll have to cramp up
Oh, definitely.
the legs and arms and all kinds of things.
At the same time, you'll be going to the toilet every 30 minutes.
Even worse if you got diabetes too,
Yep.
Yeah.
because that shit already makes you thirsty.
Mm.
Like Sarah's dad used to suck water down left and right when he was alive. Oh my God, dude, he used to go through so much water every day. He had one of those big ass like hospital cups from the hospital. It had a lid and a straw and everything on it.
Yeah.
And you'd have to fill that thing up like every hour. He'd have done drank the whole thing. But it was like a big, probably 1 liter size jug, and he would go through it.
Mm. Exactly. My brother's a diabetic, so I'd agree with that, Mark.
Yeah, he had bad diabetes. Sarah's dad did. He had to take insulin a couple times a day, and his was fluctuating all the time. Well, that's because he had 2 or 3. He had
Oh,
two
good one, Joe.
major. He had 1 major stroke and like 2 or 3 mini strokes.
Mm.
So he was completely wheelchair bound.
Yeah.
And then his
That's,
diabetes.
you've got to keep your sugar level down into a
Safe frame.
acceptable level.
It
Yeah.
was a constant battle trying to keep his sugar at a
No, my brother's got it
maintainable.
under control now. Still has to take a small amount of insulin, but he's pretty much got it under
I've
control.
always been told, Dominic, that peanut butter is a great, like if your sugar gets too high, you take a spoon of peanut butter and suck on it and it brings it right down.
Don't know about that one. I've never
Well,
seen him do that.
You do like some people do, though, actually carry little sugar cubes in their pocket. They'll
Well,
put it in a little
he carries
baggie.
one of those fun. He always carries fun size Mars bars with him, just in case.
Yeah. Or like over here, you could carry Fun Dip with you.
Yeah,
That flavored sugar. Just dump that shit right in your mouth.
Yeah.
I'm a pure sugar instantly.
Boy, them little squirrelies are eating the hell out of my peanuts.
yeah, he has.
Ugh.
One is down to 1 a day now. One, he's got the insulin pen. He's down to 1 a day. They've actually brought his level down at least.
Don't drink it too
That's
quick,
good.
Joe. You're gonna freaking make yourself sick. If you drink too much water too quick, man, your stomach be like, ugh.
Yeah.
Feel bloated.
Well, it's coming up to that season for us. Starting to warm up.
I can't wait till we get into our
Yeah,
winter time.
that's correct, Mark. The fun size Mars bars work perfectly for him. He always has a few around.
I had a manager at Walmart that had it real bad. Like I said, he always had a little baggie with sugar cubes in it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he would have like 5 or 6 of them in there. He'd carry around with him during his shift. He'd have them in his pocket. And he used them every
Yeah,
once in a while. He'd
my
take
brother
one.
very rarely gets high blood sugar, but he suffers from it being too low sometimes. He's more hypoglycemic than hyperglycemic. He's got that the little blood tester. Yeah.
Red Bull? Who's drinking Red Bull? I hate Red Bull. Red Bull's disgusting.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Ugh.
I can't drink any of those energy drinks.
If I drink any energy drink, it's gonna be a standard Monster, the original, the green one.
Yeah,
Or their tea one. They have a tea one that's pretty good. But other than that, no. I don't venture out too far into energy drinks.
As you can see, it's a little bit windy out there on the water. Those are 14-foot flags.
No, that was just a cherry Pepsi, Trevor.
Yeah.
Not a Red Bull.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No, Red Bulls are gross. I hate that dry, nasty aftertaste they have.
There's my favorite, right?
Diet Pepsi, yes.
Diet Pepsi.
Now we were talking when I was young, when Red Bull first came out when I was younger, I did quite fancy the Jaeger bombs at the bar.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't.
Vodka and Red Bull, yeah. That's pretty big down here.
Drink the you know, really mess you up is those damn Four Locos. That's an energy drink mixed with alcohol. Dude, they come in these big, like 1 liter size cans, these huge cans.
You make alcohol in them?
Drink 2 of those and you're gonna be on your ass.
Mm.
Those things
What's the percentage of alcohol in them, you know?
I don't remember, but I just know that a couple states had actually banned them because they were so bad. But they still sell them here. You can still buy them. But those
Trevor
things are-
says, wasn't that what he saw you drinking, Justin?
No, I just showed it to him. It was a cherry Pepsi. He thought I was drinking a Red Bull.
Oh,
Let me show you the Four Locos.
yeah, because you got your green screen behind you, so when you hold something up, you can't really tell what it is.
Mm.
So what's new with you, Trevor? What have you been up to?
That's what a Four Loco looks like right there.
Oh, okay.
But they got big
Mhm.
giant cans at the grocery or at the gas stations and stuff.
That's got alcohol in it.
Yeah, it's
Does
energy.
does it say what the alcohol content is?
I think it says 14% there, I think.
Yeah.
Holy crap, 14%, you know.
Well, your 7-Elevens are different. Our 7-Elevens won't allow alcohol being sold.
It's not the same everywhere. Some states, it has to be a licensed liquor store by the
Yeah.
state. Here, everybody sells liquor and alcohol.
And I thought
It
mixed,
must be a really wild place in Florida. You don't seem to have rules there.
in Michigan, I think the limit for a mixed canned item is like 7 or 8% alcohol.
Mm.
Yeah, Four Locos will. And they're not expensive neither. Like you could go and spend like $10 and get 2 or 3 of them. And you'd
God.
be good. You'd be good for the night.
That'd be one of those would be $10 here. And
But
you'd
they
have
got-
to go
It'd be
into a
fun. It'd be
specific
fun to
alcohol
buy a
place.
case of those and send them over to Tim.
But if you
Wayne.
they go down so easy, you're like an Arizona iced tea, you know, when you open it up, you can just drink the
Yeah.
whole fucking can in like 1 gulp. Yeah, that's how the
Yeah.
Four Locos go down too, so they could be
Oh
dangerous.
no.
They slide right down, huh?
What's up,
Oh.
Wayne?
Great work, Trev. Mm.
Yeah, I've had some fun nights with Four Locos when they first came out. We were living in North Carolina. Because North Carolina actually, I think, banned them for like a couple of months, and then they allowed them to come back. But they were trying to ban it. I can't remember if they actually went through with it or not. But
Mm.
But yeah, they were trying to ban them now.
Hmm.
Because there was a concern of the energy drink being mixed with the alcohol is what the concern was, because they said it was getting people's hearts racing too quickly.
Hmm.
Trevor says, I have been chasing kangaroos with drones.
Yeah. That's
You,
the
uh,
way.
Can you do that?
I don't know if you can legally mess with wildlife. You can over here. You can't. I don't know about.
You got to stay 30 meters away from them, I believe.
Are kangaroos protected too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
think well, they're the national. They're one of the two.
They're the national animal. It's like they are to Australia what the bald eagle is to the U.S. You know.
Yeah,
no,
kangaroo. We have two animals on our coat of arms: kangaroo and emu, and both of them are delicious.
yeah, but see, we can't eat bald eagles, Paul. They're allowed to actually eat those. So they're
Oh,
not
okay.
they're not as highly protected as the eagle is. Oh yeah, you don't fuck with a bald eagle. Like if you find it dead, you report it, you take it, they
you
come
get
pick it
prison
up.
time.
Yeah, you don't screw with one of those, man. They don't play about the beagles now. Especially the bald eagle. Yeah, it's a big national pride with those things.
Mm.
There would be no eating one. If you ate one,
Yeah,
you better
we eat both of them, and I
yeah.
must say they are delicious.
If you eat a bald eagle, you better not ever tell anybody. You
Yeah,
better bury that corpse nice and deep too.
it's also the distance from it too.
I saw a lady the other day and she was some kind of bird zoologist or something that dealt with
Yep.
birds. And somebody found an injured bald eagle in their backyard and she showed up, dude. She just walked up and picked the damn thing right up.
Hmm.
And then the bald eagle didn't do anything. He just sat there and let her take care of him and everything. He didn't try to bite her. Nothing.
Must have been injured.
Yeah, it had a slight injury to its wing. But yeah, it let the lady pick it up and lady carried it in the building and was cleaning
I've
it off
never,
and the bird just sat there calm as hell.
I've never tried to wet a koala. I don't know. I've never seen koala meat, so I can't
Well,
comment on that.
they call those drop bears, don't they?
Yeah,
I would imagine koala meat would probably be greasy like a black bear, like
yeah,
the
I'd
way.
agree. I'd probably agree with that because it'd be very sinewy as well.
Hmm.
Whereas kangaroo meat is absolutely delicious. I'd go kangaroo over emu.
You'd go. You'd go kangaroo.
Mm.
Now, do
It
they
is
still
delicious.
have? Do they still have events where they have kangaroo boxing?
I haven't seen that in ages.
Did they actually have that at one point?
Yeah, they did.
They
Oh,
did,
wow.
yeah.
Kangaroo
I
boxing.
think their respective animal
Right.
authority.
Animal rights protests, probably.
Yeah. Shut
Well,
it
it's
down.
like you remember back in the 70s, Curtis.
Batteries are charged.
Curtis, you remember back in the 70s, they used to have, what was it, the dwarf tossing?
Yeah, midget wrestling. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dwarf tossing thing. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yep, they had the dwarfs had Velcro on, and they had a wall with Velcro on it, and
Yeah.
you tossed it out. See how high you get them up on the wall.
Well, I mean, if
And then
it's
it
a
suddenly
group of,
became a faux pas thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a group of dwarfs that are willing to let people pay them to do that, that's on them for
Yeah, I
doing that.
don't see a problem with it.
It's
They
not that
want to
you're,
get thrown.
Well,
Well,
it's not
they-
about what the
Pay for it.
dwarf wants. It's about what the activist and the
Yeah,
Karen.
I know.
Yep.
These activists,
like
I
I'm
can
saying,
understand what they're coming. Sometimes I can understand.
well, I can understand you getting up in a roar about an animal if you were throwing fucking
Yeah.
pigeons at a wall or something. I can
Yeah,
understand
exactly.
the hate for that, but a dwarf is a human. They have the right to make that choice, whether
Exactly.
they want to do that or not. So
Yeah,
Well, that's the same thing that about with prostitution.
Yeah.
Why, if she wants to play the game as a prostitute, then why is it illegal?
exactly.
Well, then
If
you
she's
get down to
consented to
the
that,
birth as
yeah.
well. You know,
Yeah.
it's her body. Why can't she decide if she wants to have a baby or not?
It's all about consent.
Well, the whole prostitute thing though, that, I don't know, I guess if you're clean, but you have a potential of spreading STDs, which isn't a good thing.
Yeah, understandably. I'm saying
but
if
if you
they're
made
all
it
clean, if it's
legal,
all
well-
clean and everybody's doing everything correctly, I have no problem.
Well, Curtis, I think that what you want to, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think what you were talking about, if you made prostitution legal, and it wouldn't be a health issue as long as they were mandatory licensed prostitutes and.
And that's what they do down here.
Yeah.
But the problem they would
You have
run
to get a
into.
health test and you have to get a license.
Oh, you can have prostitutes in Australia?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Only
That's a
reason
good
Tim
reason to
moved
come
there.
here.
That's why
It's a good
Tim's
reason
there.
to come over here then.
Tim the pimp.
So initially, what the reason I paused, Paul, was because and I voted for the legalization of marijuana in Washington state. But what has happened is they have taxed it so much and made it so hard to get marijuana in this state legally
Mm,
that it's easier just to grow your own or go to the black market.
Yeah.
yeah,
They came in, and it's the same thing they're going to do with drones. That Washington state is trying to implement a $15 per flight law for all drone pilots, because
Really, every time you take off, you owe them $15.
right, because we all have a lot of disposable income is what the guy said.
mhm.
So that got shot down, and it became a $15 license that you have to get from the state if you're a 107 pilot, whether you make money or not. So that's a one-time a year license, but it was going to be $15 per flight because it's a Democratic state. They want to tax the hell out of everything, and they
Yeah.
want to, and I brought up the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. So they put a tax, and I kind of get it. The people that use that bridge should pay a toll to go over there. So they built the second bridge, they pay the
Hmm.
toll. But here's the thing. Now they've paid for the bridge. Did they take the tolls down? No. They said, well, the toll booths are there. They're already there. It'll be more money to remove them. We'll just keep them going. Really? Why don't you just not have anybody in them and people just drive on through? No, they want to keep getting that money.
Well, I'm sure they justify it, Curtis. That's what they did here. They built the bridge and they put a toll on it. The first bridge back in late 40s. The story is when it was paid for, it
Yeah.
would be free. It was
Right.
free for 2 years or 3 years until they put the toll back on because they hadn't figured in the maintenance on the bridge.
Mm,
Because
Well,
both of our bridges are steel and they have a lot of maintenance. They have to
but do you have
scrape
to
the
stop
rust
and put
paint
money?
the rust
Do
and-
you have to stop and put money in, or do you have some sort of camera that takes?
So there's
that?
there's a couple ways of doing it. Everybody uses the camera, and it's pretty efficient. You just drive through and it takes a photo of your license, and they send you the bill, and you pay it.
Yeah.
And I rarely go over there, but when I do, I appreciate that. There are some discount ways of getting through there. There's you can buy a right to pat. You can buy this thing that goes in your windshield,
Yep.
and then every
Yeah.
time you go by, it just clicks it off and says, "Okay, you
Yeah,
went
we
through."
call
you owe-
that an E-tag.
Yeah, we have those, and then there's another discount, but you have to go through the window to pay it, which is
Oh,
kind of a
okay.
pain. So you got to actually stop. But yeah, you can drive right through,
Yeah,
and
it's,
it'll just
it's pay by plate.
yeah.
Yeah, we have that here too. You
Well,
can
here
apply.
we have regular
Okay.
toll takers and toll booths
No, we don't have.
because
we don't have, we
because of it being
have a camera.
international.
or some like a it's an E-tag, and
Yeah,
it's
but
sort of
see,
like
it's an international crossing, so you've got people from 2 different countries coming across.
Okay, I can understand that one then.
And
I
the
don't have that.
Canadians are responsible to take care of the bridge on the Canadian side.
Yeah,
The Americans
I can
are
understand that.
responsible for the American side.
yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah, a lot of companies in Florida use the
We don't
pay-by-plate
drive to other
system
countries here.
because it's easier for a company to use that.
Mm.
Well, I
Well, my
know there's a
country-
lot of toll roads in the US too, that you just come up, it says to a toll booth, slow down, and all of a sudden it flash, and it just flashes and takes a picture of your license plate.
Yeah, we just have overhead gantries.
Yeah.
But with all this excess money we got going on, why are we always short money? I don't get it.
Exactly.
Well, because they don't want to tell you, Curtis, about all the goodies they're giving away to the other people, you know?
Right. I know.
Mm.
I was being facetious. That's my word for today. Facetious.
Facetious.
Facetious. Yeah.
That was on his calendar, his word of the day calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, but that's what and that's some of these cities probably banked on that, right? They told
Yeah.
everybody 20 years ago, oh, we're going to put the tolls on there, and in 20 years when it's paid for, we'll get rid of them, hoping that people probably aren't going to remember, you know. And then when that 20
We paid
years
for that
comes up-
bridge in 12 years. When they put that second bridge up, the amount of people that moved out to the peninsula was just huge. People weren't moving out there, and the whole area was kind of dying. They've got Bangor, the new nuclear Bangor, you brought her, Bangor. No, they have the Bangor nuclear base out there with the nuclear submarines, and they got Bremerton with all the aircraft carriers, and they still couldn't beef up the economy over there. But as soon as they put that bridge in, everybody started moving over there. So yeah, they paid for that thing really, really fast.
I'm assuming because it was ferry only to get over there.
It was ferry, or you could go around Shelton, which was another 45-minute drive, and the ferry would take you about 30 minutes to get across.
And the ferry wasn't cheap, was it?
No, it was pretty reasonable. I think it was like $5 or $6. It wasn't bad. It was a private company that was doing it, and they had to buy out the ferry company when they put the first bridge in. Can you believe that?
Okay.
We didn't want them to lose anything because the state is going to come in here. Well, it's not even the state. It's part of the international, or not the international, but the highway, the America's highway system.
Mm.
So our ferries are too. They're part of the highway system. We get money from the federal government because they literally go up to a road and it stops and it becomes a ferry to continue on.
I mean, I can understand the local government buying out a company like that if you're going to come in and kind of destroy their business with some upgrade. Then that's to me, that's only fair for the company that built their company. You know, that's what they built their business off of.
But if you don't get I don't know how much
It's not
how much they paid for and everything, but if you don't get the right price, I mean, there goes your years invested in a business.
We had a couple of ferry companies go out of business during COVID between the US and Canada.
Yeah.
It's some of the smaller communities down along the shore. They just
For almost 3 months, we had very few ferries going. It was only the really big ones where people could spread out, and there were only a limited amount of people that could go on it. And mainly it was the car ferries.
Yeah.
We have some walk-on ferries, but the car ferries, and you had to stay in your car.
Mm.
And the crew was all separated so that, they never had interaction with each other. So we were able to keep the big ones going, but the smaller ones, which are state run, they had to shut those down. They couldn't have people sitting together on a ferry boat, going across to Bremerton or whatever.
Well, I think one of the drawbacks to try and run a passenger or even a car ferry here on the border is because you have to have customs and border protection people at both the Canadian side and the American side. So when you go in, you got to go through customs. When you come out, you come back to the United States, you got to go through customs.
So Mark in the chat brings up a good point. So is the government going to buy out all the businesses of Part 107 pilots when they can't use drones anymore? I'd love that. Because quite frankly, I'm tired of this. Oh, you can't fly here. You can't fly there. You can't. And some places I agree, you should not be flying. Don't get me wrong. But at a park, seriously, at a park,
Mm.
It's like, why can't I fly at a park? What I'm not talking about the national parks. I'm talking about just a park.
Yep.
Our local government wants us to pay. It's you have to pay for a fee. It's $30. You have to give them a 3 months notice, and you
Yeah,
have to tell them the
sounds
exact
like
day
here.
you're going to fly. And if it's raining that day, too bad. I got to tell them 3 months in advance I want to fly my drone at a public park.
Well, the FAA really screwed us all when they went and said, originally the stance was anything in the air is not controlled locally. Then they came out and says, except local municipalities can control the takeoff and landing areas.
Well, this would be my answer to what Mark's saying. If you see a ban coming, don't get into that business. Don't put
well,
all your,
I've got to head out. So
Okay, Dominic, thanks,
I'll
buddy.
catch you guys later.
Okay.
Paul, your show's running long, is what Dominic's saying. He's got another show he's got
Yeah,
to go to.
Dominic's got
No, I don't.
he's
I'm
got
going to
other
the footy.
shows to pop on too. I get it,
I've got
Dominic.
to-
It's all right.
I've got to go to the footy as well. So I've got to
Go to
get
the what?
ready.
Go to your footies.
Football.
What?
Footy, the
Football.
football.
Oh, football. I was going to say, what kind of, you got to put on your jammies and your footies or what?
No, footy. That's what we call it here, footy.
Okay, all right.
are you
okay.
going to the games today?
But
Yeah, I'm going to the game this afternoon.
Who's playing?
All right.
All right, my team's playing St Kilda.
Matilda?
No,
Oh,
Saint Kilda.
St.
Yes.
Kilda. Okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say, you're going to put on your footies and go see Matilda. I didn't know what the hell.
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
and that,
yeah.
and that too.
Have
Okay.
fun, Dominic.
Okay,
Yeah, I
Dominic.
will.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Justin's going on again at 8:00, right?
Yeah, it's an hour and a half, yeah. But see, another problem was there was a lot of people. The reason why the government has turned this drone thing into such a business style thing is because look how many people have gone out and got their 107 license and aren't actually doing commercial work. They only did it just to get it.
well, if you listen to the government, everybody's supposed to get your 107. It's an exemption to be a hobbyist.
Yes.
It's not, you're just automatically, you're exempted from getting a
It
107.
used to be an
you're
add-on to
obvious.
be a 107. Now it's a detraction if you're not.
Yeah.
Now, I've been a 107 pilot ever since they came out with 107s, just because in my mind, I want to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it.
Right.
And so there was, and as much as I fly, I figured, what the hell, I'll just get but that was back in the day. I had to go to actual pilot school, and I had to go to a FAA testing center to get my first license. And now it's just like it's you just take it online, and it's when they score the test, Curtis, they score the test. You got to get like 74% or whatever. They score the test, and it says either you pass or you can go back and change all of your answers
That's-
until you get
that's-
100.
That's for the recurrent. That's not for your
Yeah, that's
initial
recurrent.
test.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a
yeah.
feeling they'll go full online with that though. Eventually, I think that they'll get.
Well,
rid of the test.
for me, that's another advantage of having the boat. I can take off from the boat, no problem.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
in
because
reality,
my question is that in my mind, it's still a gray area. I know the theory behind it, but when you hand launch and you hand catch a drone, the drone is not taking off from the land. The drone is taking off from your hand, not the ground.
I would have to say, no, you're standing on the ground. So you're still launching from
Yeah,
that.
but I'm not flying.
You're kind of, sorry, Paul, I can't back you up on that one. I'll follow you on a lot of things, but that one, no, I'd say no. You're launching from
Trevor.
that piece of property, whether it's legal or not. You're launching from that piece of property. Sorry. I respect your right to have that thought and that opinion. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. But I know the government is watching all of the flights now. They didn't used to. give
Hey,
a
well-
rat through end.
If all you guys wanna get those 10,000 foot shots from 10,000 feet and all that crazy stuff, just take your boat out into international waters. You can do whatever the hell you want out there.
Yeah, you can see 10,000 feet of ocean, but nothing in you can't see anything.
Well,
Because
you know those guys that want to fly up into the clouds. That's kind of what they're doing. They're going out on a private boat lately.
well, what's the
Yeah.
it's 5 miles or is it 10 miles out? What
I think it's. I think it, from
Or-
Washington State. I think it's 5 miles. I could be wrong. I'm still learning all this boating stuff. I have never owned a boat, so this is all new to me.
We looked it up not too long ago. Your standard. So most countries around the world recognize up to 14 miles from the coast. But then there's another set of.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. My wife's calling me. Hold on. I'll be right back.
so
How
so
far
you
from the
Curtis,
national-
I mean Justin, you think it's 14 miles is the
I feel-
jurisdictional?
If I remember correctly, yeah.
That sounds about right because I noticed that, like ships are very careful when they go around the US and the coast of different countries.
Okay, no, so it's 12 nautical miles, but you also have what they call the
Paul is a landing pad.
contingent zone. And then you have an exclusive economic zone. Plus a maritime boundaries with adjacent opposite countries. So your borders can go past the 12 miles. I don't know what the legality is of that, but your standard is 12 miles out from the coast.
Oh, that's. Oh, speaking of which, that's something else I got. I've never done hand catch with a Mavic 2 Pro. So when I'm on the boat, I got to learn how to do a hand catch.
Very carefully, you put it in a hover and you underneath, no, you grab the body.
Right. Go underneath and
Yep.
have it come down to your hand.
Well, I wouldn't let it land on my hand because of the props. I would have it hover and then go up underneath it like this and grab the body.
Right.
Because then your fingers are nowhere going to get hit. But if you catch it on your hand, you got your fingers sticking out.
And then flip it over and it'll shut off. I know that. I've just never done it.
So
I
yeah,
know there.
so
I know there are people that do it. I saw Ken Dono catch one. He flying in sideways and he caught it like this. I was like, okay.
yeah, that's his own little specialty catch that he does.
Well, he is special.
So it says the Office of Coast Survey depicts on its nautical charts the territorial sea waters are 12 nautical miles. So yeah, all you have to do is go 13 miles out and you're good. Then you can pop that bitch up and go 10,000 feet in the air if you want.
Well, that's why the old Phantoms are so popular for hand catching because they
Yeah,
got those
grab
big
that
legs
leg.
sticking down,
But they're not that easy to launch though, especially on the water. If
No.
you're taking off from the deck. I've seen a lot of people try to take
And
off.
if it's
from the
if
deck.
it's windy, they just
Yeah. Whereas I think the Mavic 2 Pro is going to do a lot better. I do have the bow of the boat that I can take off and land from. It's that shouldn't be an issue. My concern to be is if we get hit by. I just have to watch the waves and stuff and how it comes
well,
down.
you got to watch the wind too.
Yeah.
What do you mean under international law, they follow the drone regs?
Nobody follows anything from the EU, especially the United States.
Oh yeah, well he's talking about over in the European Union.
Yeah, but
They
when you're
must
an
have- they must
international,
have drone rules.
yeah, there is an international like set of rules of countries that are kind of, they're more suggestions, but
yeah.
they can't really enforce it. Because no, it's technically not one country's waters.
When I'm 13 miles offshore, you can bite me. No, I'm kidding.
This is why this is why the casino ships here down in Florida and other places around the US,
Right.
That's
They go
what
way
they do.
offshore.
they get out into international waters. The minute they get out there, they open up all the gambling and everything, and then they gamble for a few 4 to 6 hours. And then they turn around, they come back into shore, and then they shut all that down once they get back into the regular waters. Everything has to be shut down.
But as for flying around here, it's like everybody has filmed everything there is to film. I mean, if you get lucky and you catch something that's unique, yeah, that's kind of cool. But you know, to plan to go out Saturday and fly is like everybody's already filmed everything. It's you're not going to get any interest on YouTube with aerial drone videos anymore. It's just not going to happen unless it's going to be interesting to the people of that area. Like Paul, your area, people are going to be interested in that. If you got a really unique ship or something that comes through or something, some event or something like that, that's I think when people tune in.
I think the only ones that would get any views at the moment would be, like I said, if you literally went out in international waters and popped that bitch 10,000 feet in the air, because then you'd get so much hate comments. People,
Yeah.
Karens come on there. Oh, you can't fly that high. What are you doing? And not even knowing where the hell you're even at, right?
Right.
But they would want to put their 2 cents in about the flying. So you'd probably get a lot of views and comments, even though you could say, well, I was fucking 18, 20 miles out in international water. Businesses that are yours.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's still not safe. And that, and you know, you can, you still have those plane apps that shows you where the planes are. So you can figure out where planes are not. And you could go to international waters and fly safely and do that.
Trevor's saying in international waters, they use international drone rules, which are very close to EU rules. Yeah, but who's going to enforce it? I mean, unless you actually hit a plane from a specific country, who the hell's going to enforce that? Like, I don't see how you don't even have to put where you were at. You could just say the international.
But
And
yeah,
where
you
the
know,
hell you're
I get that. You know, you want to fly for fun, and yeah, that's what I do. I don't really go for the views, but when you don't get any views, it's like, oh, geez, why do I do this? It is nice to have people at least watch it and comment. You know.
Yeah, but it seems like, and I'm not saying Bill's one of them, but it seems like so much of the drone community has gotten that attitude now where it's just, well, I don't do it for the views. Come on now. I know most of you guys came on here with the hopes of growing and being Dobo or Kin Heron, you know, at some point. And unfortunately, when the fad of it died off, it's like they all just kind of gave up and got this attitude of, oh, I don't really care about subs. I don't care about views. It seems like they've
Well,
got
even Ken Heron doesn't do that much about drones anymore.
I'm saying, like, it's almost like they've gotten beaten down so bad by YouTube because nobody watches the stuff.
Yeah.
It's almost like they've gotten this given up attitude.
I know there's a lot of guys around here that used to fly. They don't fly anymore.
Like I said, I'm not saying Bill's one because there are people out there generally are just on here for fun. They don't care, but not every one of them can say they weren't at some point at the beginning. That's what their goal was.
Right.
Because I know a large majority of them that I've heard say that. I know at some point that was their initial goal when they first came on YouTube.
Yep, that's the reason. That's what I do. I fly for fun.
Oh yeah, Facebook, dude. They're oh god, dude, they re-render videos so bad. I think their highest render is 720. Yeah, YouTube.
Well, it
makes your
depends on what
videos
you.
look like crap.
It kind of depends on what you feed them to. To get a good 1080p video, you got to feed them a 4K video to get a good quality 1080p one. But you know, trying to follow people's videos on Facebook is impossible. At least YouTube makes it to where if you like a guy's video, you can go over to his channel and subscribe and start watching his stuff. But it's not that easy on Facebook. It's like you post a video, people watch it, whatever.
Yeah, YouTube is the way to go.
But isn't it crazy how you can build a Facebook group and get 20,000 people with, honestly, with not much effort? I mean, Facebook groups I see grow like weeds all the time.
Yeah.
But yet you'll go on YouTube and put the same content, same information out there, nothing. You're lucky to get a couple hundred subs. maybe
Well, YouTube
1,000.
is our Facebook is a little bit more interactive, and it's a little more real time.
But isn't it crazy how you can draw that kind of interest on one
Yeah, I've got like
platform?
10 groups and like a total is like 1.5 million people in those groups.
But if you went and told those 1.5 million people sub to my YouTube channel, you probably wouldn't
Yep.
get a 1% of that.
Yep, not
know what
not
I'm
at all.
saying?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Because
what
they
I'm
don't. I think it has to do with the commenting because you're able to comment on Facebook, but it's not more instant and it's not a real conversation. It's one or two comments. Whereas on Facebook, you can have entire paragraphs and chapters, you know, of people talking back and forth about a something or other. So
But it's
I
just-
think that's the appeal of Facebook.
It's just weird how you can get such an interest on one platform, but another one, it's like people just don't want nothing to do with it. And like I've told people before, if you have a goal and you still want to get to that point, just try something else.
So Bill,
All
the
you gotta
thing is, and I get what you're saying, and I agree with you. But when we're saying this stuff, we're talking about the general public, not one person. Yeah, and that's awesome. And I totally support you for doing that. And I think that I'm glad that it makes you feel great. But when we're saying this stuff, when I'm saying this stuff, I should say, I'm saying for the general population that's out there. I know I've been flying since 2013. I know tons of guys that used to be really big in it. They all bought Inspires. Some of them had 2 and 3 Inspires. But now they're like, you know, it's ever since, in fact, the Inspire when DJI came out and said, well, you know, we're gonna make a new drone and we're not gonna update the cameras. The whole thing about the Inspire was it was going to be upgradable. You were going to get new cameras all the time.
Yep,
Like interchangeable, yeah.
Yeah.
interchangeable cameras.
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. I didn't want to offend you when with what you were saying. But if you look around you at the friends and stuff that are flying, a lot of guys are dropping out of it. It's just becoming between DJI and the Chinese policies that they have.
Well, don't you think though, Curtis, it gets to a point where your passion peaks? You know, all the regulations and all the other stuff you got to worry about,
Yeah,
where I can fly, where I can't fly, and it's
That's
like
exactly what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what.
And then you go out and you go, okay, so everybody has a drone now. I mean, back when I started doing it, it was a real novel thing, but now everybody can do it. The drone is so easy to fly. Anybody can get a decent photo. It's like everything has been photographed. So unless there's something, like a sinking ship or something like that, or something newsworthy, it's kind of like, yeah, okay. The motivation to go out and fly. For me, I'm going to be out in the water and I want a couple of aerial shots to show off where I am in my videos. But my primary focus is going to be the underwater stuff. I'm just going to be using the drone to give you an overview of what the boat looks like, what we're like on the boat, and what the area is, that kind of thing. It'll be a secondary shot kind of thing. That's all I'm going to be using it for. Now, having said that, I do have the Avata, and I do like flying it in warehouses, and a bunch of my customers love for me to fly through their warehouse. That is kind of fun.
Yeah, but then you're literally doing it for a customer that there's only going to be a handful of people viewing that anyway.
Right.
You're not posting it to Facebook trying to get views.
Right, but there is money in that.
Right. Which that's what I'm saying. You're making money where you're not posting it to YouTube, hoping you get a couple thousand views on it,
Right.
And you're sitting there with your
And
rubbing your hands
I'm
together.
not
hoping.
looking for a couple thousand views too. I'm just saying it's nice it's nice when people watch the videos. And I've seen, unless you're giving people information or you're giving people something, they really don't watch YouTube. YouTube is more of a library of information on how to do things. That's where it's at its best. I mean, when I come up on something I've never done before, I look it up on YouTube. If I
Yep.
want to find out about a product, I go to YouTube.
Yeah, the how-to videos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the real. That's where the real thing is in on YouTube.
Bill, I understand. Yeah, I just my body is getting so that my fingers twitch and I'm having stability issues and whatever, and I just don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to fly, but I'm going to fly, knowing that everything I fly and post is going to be out there forever. You know.
Right. You can take my drone from my cold, dead hands. No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But that's one of the reasons why I switched genres on YouTube, because my whole goal was to, when I came into this, it was like, oh, people are going to be amazed by these aerial shots and everything. And I had this whole idea in my head. And once I was in the community for about a year, I started realizing, yeah, this ain't really going to ever go where I want it to go.
So Mark, I just so you know, my wife did ask me about the business account and what the password was, because she knows I'm going out tomorrow on the boat. I'm just saying, and she's on the account, but
Did she buy you a safety vest?
yeah, she did.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice one too. But I'm just saying,
You got
she
the
did.
nice one that has the cartridges that inflate,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But she did ask to remind her of the password. Oy vey. So all I've got left charging is the Triple Tech and the GoPros. And then I'm debating on taking microphones or not tomorrow and trying to do some kind of narration. Or just bring out. I've also thought about just filming stuff for tomorrow and try the YouTube Shorts thing and see how that works out. Justin's gone silent on us, Paul.
Yeah.
No, I'm listening to you. I was just fixing a title on a video.
Yep.
Seems like there's something else I should be doing. That was too easy. All the firmware updated today. iPad and the Triple Tech. GoPros are running fine. Just need to get them charged. Mics are charged. Both ROVs updated and charged. Oh,
Okay.
that was the other thing I was going to tell you, Paul, was we're going out at 7 Pacific time.
7 a.m., which
So
would be 10 o'clock my time.
Yeah, I wanted to go on your show while we were out, but you're going to be offline by then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, we'll be interested in the review you give us.
Well, hopefully I get back in time. It's 2 hours away. Well, not quite 2 hours. Depends on traffic. I don't think I'll get back in time because we got to not only do that, we got to come back, take the boat out of the water. There's a bunch of extra steps that we got to do.
Unload it. Yep.
Load it up and so I don't know that I'll be back by 2 o'clock. And we'd also talked about scouting out a couple other locations that we are in the area. There's a tugboat that's out there that's it's been down there for like a year, and they haven't brought it up yet. So we think it'd be interesting to go hit that up, but we want to go see. The divers were saying it's in a high traffic area, so it depends on where we can get. If we can get our boat where we're not in a high traffic part of the bay, then I think we could dive on that. But we're gonna go take a look at that, see how that works out. But
you got a marine radio on the boat, right?
Jim has one, or actually Mark has one. There's 3 of us, but only 2 of us are going tomorrow.
Okay.
But yes, Mark has one. He won't be with us tomorrow, so that kind of limits some of the stuff that we're going to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, big plans.
Sounds good.
Trevor, that's been a thing over here for a while. If you go to my Facebook, my YouTube page, it's sectioned off. There's a section for shorts, videos, live streams. I've had that like that for a while now.
Okay, everybody, I think I'm going to call it. And
Alright.
thanks for coming in, Curtis and Justin. Justin will be on tonight in another hour.
Yep.
So go over there and check Justin out. He usually has a 2 or 3 hour show. It's very, very lighthearted and very interesting.
You having that
Lighthearted?
chick on? You having that chick on or what?
I
Yeah,
don't know. She randomly just pops in, so.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't-
she's an attention. You know what?
yep, Yep.
there's no way to get a hold of her. She just randomly pops in. So,
yep. There you go.
all right. I'll see you
All right,
later.
everybody. Hey, thanks for being here tonight. Take care. We'll see all of you again tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Bye for
Bye.
now.
Bye, Paul.